What if somebody calls you by the wrong name in a dream? My name is John, and somebody comes up and says, Daniel, I want to talk to you. Like, wait a second, my name's not Daniel. The couple questions you would have in the dream. So one, in the dream, did you realize that that was the wrong name, or did it seem right in the dream, but when you woke up, you realized, wait a second, that's not actually my name? That's going to be important because how you felt in the dream is a lot more important than what you felt when you woke up. So if it felt normal, then it's probably more a very positive thing that there is some type of metaphor or meaning. Then you're going to start looking up the name. What does that name mean? I mean, Daniel. So Daniel was a dreamer. He was a dream interpreter. He was the third in command in the Babylonian Empire. And he was very high up, I think third or so in command in the Syrophoenician, not Syrophoenician, the Medes and Persians. I'll say the right word sooner or later. It's hyphenated countries. Anyways, those peoples in that government. So there's a place of a role, a prophetic role, what that means. I mean, the word Daniel means God is my judge. So that could have very particular meaning. So what was the name? Did the meaning of that name, does it remind you of someone? Is it somebody else's name that you actually know? Maybe they're a public figure. Maybe they're a historical figure. What are they known for? What did they do? What do they mean to you? What attributes do they have? So you start asking the same questions that you would ask if you saw that person in the dream. But because it was you being called that, now you're trying to figure out how does that fit you? What does that actually mean to you? It's something that you're being identified with because a name is an identification. Now, the same thing would be if you were calling somebody else by a different name. Let's say that your friend is there and you call your friend by a name that's not their name. You would ask the same questions, but it would now be about your friend rather than about you. Or maybe they introduce themselves by a different name. So there's going to be some type of different identification. And this is one of those things, the principle in dream interpretation, when something is not the same as what it is in waking life, it has more metaphorical meaning. It's like a highlight or an exclamation point. It says, pay attention to this because there's meaning to this. And so you're wanting to look for what that meaning would be. And those are the questions you would ask. What does the name mean? Does it remind you of someone? Is there a known person that uses that name? What are they known for? What do you first think of when you think of that person? And how does that apply to the person being called by that name? That's what you would think of when you find some different name in a dream.